We are going to get into the Thanksgiving pie. Apparently all you have to do is add family and it's an instant Thanksgiving meal. But there's so many pies to talk about here at Pie Cloud in Kensington. First, you saw the pies earlier but didn't hear what they were, so let me go through some of these. Of course, you have your basic apple here. You have marshmallow mermaid, which has got this really cool, interesting blue filling. You have luscious lime and so many more. But we're starting with a traditional pumpkin pie, and for that, you have to follow me into the kitchen because this is where the head pastry chef is, Lenslie, and he's sitting there. He's making, not sitting, you're standing. You're busy making pies this morning because Thanksgiving is just around the corner. Good morning. Good morning. What makes perfect pumpkin pie? I guess it starts with the crust, right?
Yeah, a good crust. Like a good crust, we have to, like the secret of a good crust, you don't have to overmix it.
Don't overmix?
Yeah, and have like all the good ingredients that you need, like butter, flour, icing sugar, and some salt. Yeah.
There we go. Now, filling, of course, is key as well. Now, what kind of spices should you be putting in a traditional pumpkin pie?
Like ground clove.
Clove?
Yeah. Ginger, ground ginger, cinnamon, and ground nutmeg. Okay. Pumpkin for sure. Evaporate milk, regular milk, and eggs.
Eggs. Okay, so we've got it. Now this, I had to ask, this is actually baked. Now the reason why I asked that is because there's no split down the middle. A lot of times it cracks pumpkin pie. What's the secret to make it look nice like this?
Yeah, sometimes when it's depend on the temperature of the oven, and sometimes it's, if the temperature is lower, it gets cracked sometimes.
So you don't want it too low? Or you do want it low? Do you want low heat or high heat?
Low, like 300 Celsius degrees.
Now you guys decorate the top of the pie quite nice. I'm going to let you grab the pint bag here and kind of show us how you decorate the pumpkin pie here. And quite often what happens is people will do it to hide the cracks. You don't need to do that.
Yeah,
but
exactly. Yeah, that's why we put whipping cream on pumpkin pie, because sometimes it's cracked. So we do, and so whipping cream goes perfectly with pumpkin pie.
You need whipping cream on pumpkin pie.
And even chocolate too.
Chocolate. Okay, so I'll let you do this, and I'll talk to you as you do it. You can kind of show us what you were doing here.
I'm going to just pipe it like around just to hide the crust.
It's much more fancy than my pies at home. I would just mound the whipped cream right on there. That's pretty fancy. You've been doing this obviously for quite some time.
Yeah, it's been 17 years.
17 years. Yeah, that looks much better. And I think the real topper at Ted and Jill is chocolate on top of the pumpkin pie. And of course, if you look here, they look like clouds, right? For pie clouds. Little white chocolate, little dark chocolates. Homemade chocolates. Even better. Homemade chocolate on top of pumpkin pie. That's the perfect pairing. I'm going to probably dig into this one, but wait till you see what's coming up a little later in the show. That Thanksgiving pie, it is an entire Thanksgiving meal in a pie. I'm looking forward to that.
That's awesome.
There is a buzz around the city about the Thanksgiving pie.
There's a buzz in the Henley house about the Thanksgiving pie. I may be popping down there.
I think you can get them in extra large.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Feed everybody at Thanksgiving
Feeding
dinner.
Ted at Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, that looks pretty appealing. What do you think? Dave?
It's a bakery that specializes in pies.
It certainly is. I'm going to make you jealous right now. Take a look at this. This is the marshmallow mermaid pie. It's sweet and ooey and gooey and delicious. It's got blue curacao in it and zest of orange, and it is delicious. But we are going from sweet to savory because, of course, they have just as many savory pies as they do sweet pies. And to tell us more about it, Chef Mason is joining us, the executive chef here at Pie Cloud. I love sweet pies.
Who doesn't?
But a lot of Calgarians are talking about this next pie that we're going to show. This is a turkey dinner pie.
All in one.
Complete dinner in a pie.
All in one.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, let's start with the crust because even the crust is really unique. Let's take a close-up of this.
Yep.
It looks almost like a multigrain crust, but no.
No, definitely not a multigrain crust. This is actually a stuffing crust. It was the bready aspect of the meal, and it's very easy to manipulate. So it just made perfect sense that that wound up being the crust.
Okay, stuffing is the crust, that part taken care of. Now, walk us through the filling. Because you've got all the ingredients
filling.
there. I'll let you kind of walk us through it all.
Roasted turkey that we roast in-house. We've got some butternut squash, some yellow onion, celery, carrots, and pearl onions.
Now we're going to throw this all in the pan behind us here?
Everything's going in.
Everything, including, like, should I just throw it all in?
Everything. Well, let me get some butter started first.
Let's get some butter. We need butter.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can't start without
Oh, look at that.
without a good whack of butter.
Okay, butter. How much butter does Pie Cloud go through a week?
Oh, easily 50 pounds.
50 pounds of butter?
Easily 50 pounds.
Amazing. Look at that. Get the sizzle going.
Get that going.
So we got the turkey.
There, you got turkey. Get some squash in there.
Squash. I love this. Not only has it got all the different parts, it's really colorful too. So actually, for presentation-wise,
Oh, absolutely. You know, you want to get your colored foods in there. It's all good for you. Get some
I'm
carrots.
going to bring a couple of the ingredients over.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
All this?
Yeah,
All the
yeah. Let's get it
Why
all in
not?
there.
Lots on and give it some flavor.
Yep.
So we got about a
Give
minute
that a
left
little
here.
stir.
So
Yeah.
we're going to cook this down, heat
Yeah.
it up nice.
Yep. You're going to cook that down. And then, once everything is nice and sauteed, you're going to take some of our house-made turkey gravy.
Oh, yeah.
We make our turkey stock from the roasted bones that we use.
I love it.
And it is 100% scratch-made in-house
That right there smells like Thanksgiving dinner, but
already.
for the Magic of Television, you have one already prepared to show us how it ends.
I do. I
Can you
do.
open up the oven here?
And get a little potato on there.
So the top, don't forget, there's potato.
Oh, look at
looks
that.
like dumplings on
So,
top.
yeah, it's a dumpling called a quenelle. It's kind of a classic French move that's
Oh
made
my
with a couple of
gosh.
spoons. And that gets on top, a little roast on top of that. Put some nice color on top of the potatoes, and job done.
There you go. Thanksgiving dinner in a pie. If it were me, I'd pour a little gravy on top. More gravy. That looks delicious. And it smells amazing too.
The crust
That's
is
deluxe.
made out of stuffing.
Brilliant.
That is how awesome that pie is.
Get your orders in early. You only have a couple days.
No kidding.
That's going to be a hot cake.
I have to point out that I feel a bit guilty because I've been snacking on pie all morning. Cameraman Nick, though, hasn't had any, so I thought we'd give this a chance here to
Aw, that's
give him
nice.
just a little bite. See. Open up wide. Just nod. Good. Good. That is good. That is good. So that's the sweet. We're going back to savory, though. You've got a mess to clean up, my friend, afterwards. Over to here, back to the ingredients, and I had to laugh when I saw this. Booze. There is booze in this bottle here. Booze apparently goes in the mac and cheese pie. Booze goes into a lot of pies here, apparently.
Booze goes in a lot of
It
pies.
gets cooked out, though.
Oh, of course. Of course. It's just used for deglazing.
Mac and cheese pie. This sounds decadent.
It is.
Maybe a little hearty,
Maybe a little rich.
but you're going to walk us through and how to make it.
Absolutely.
Okay, where do we begin?
All right. Start with butter, like any dish.
Of
should start.
course. You know, we go through 50 pounds of butter every week, so.
And then always start with butter. Get some onions going in the butter.
There we go. And here it comes.
Make sure those onions are happy.
That's right, little
Before you
booze.
get some booze in there.
Is that white wine?
All right, yep. This,
White wine?
This little white wine. Okay, get your noodles
Oh,
going.
that smells good. Who would think to add white wine to mac?
The acidity in that and the acidity in the hot sauce is actually going to help cut the richness of the dish.
No, you just added in some bechamel sauce?
Yep, that's the little bechamel.
And we should point out, as you're adding ingredients in, there's cheese going in.
Okay,
Everything is
cheddar.
made from scratch here. You get the bechamel. You don't buy this, you make this. There's
Oh, yes.
everything here.
Oh, yes. Almost everything is made in-house.
Okay.
And we definitely pride ourselves on that. Just get a
Gotta
little
get that
more
all
fire going.
Ooey and gooey, right?
Yeah. Just give,
So
give that a little mix around.
This is a small pie. You can get a big size
It
pie
is
too, but you can actually
seasoned.
buy individual pies here as well, small.
Like
these guys?
Well, yeah, this is the
Yeah.
normal menu. A little bit of hot sauce. That's going to help get your color and your
Nice.
acidity. But yeah, these are all the normal size pies on the menu. We haven't started doing a large mac and cheese pie yet, but for now we've just got the turkey going for Thanksgiving.
The apple pie, I should say, is 2.5 pounds. You can imagine a mac and cheese pie, how much that would weigh.
Oh yeah, if you want to add it all up, I don't know if I want the calorie count. Yeah.
We don't. It doesn't count. This early in the morning, no one's counting calories.
All right.
Okay,
no,
so
I
then
don't think so. All right.
This goes in the.
We're looking pretty good.
There we go, nice and gooey.
Okay.
Pour that in.
And that just goes into the shell.
Oh,
Okay.
that right there. That's heaven.
Okay. Little panko breadcrumb on top of that. Little
crunch.
Parmesan
Okay.
on top of that.
And last but not least, there's something that finishes on the very top. We got to quickly show everyone.
Yeah, we got to do that.
There's a finished one. It's all baked.
Here's a finished
And
pie.
what goes on top?
What goes on top?
It's got it right here on the grill.
Our bacon weave.
Bacon
Blam.
lattice. I can't think of a better topping, Ted Jill, than bacon lattice on a mac and cheese pie. Jill, yeah, it's time to dig in.
Yes, that excites all of us here. And no calories on Thanksgiving. Nobody's counting. We're going to wrap things up with Mike at Pie Cloud. I don't know how you can top the mac and cheese with the bacon basket. Delicious.
Well, there we go. We have the perfect marriage right here. We've got pie in one hand, and we've got ice cream in the other hand. Now, Maureen from Pie Cloud is joining me this morning, and I should point out, Maureen's kind of been behind the camera all morning. She's the brainchild behind Pie Cloud. This is her creation. All of these pies with the help of the chefs here, but you've got something that's kind of taking it up a notch, a very decadent dessert that mixes pie and ice cream.
Well, it sounds weird, pie milkshakes, but pie and ice cream are best friends, right? And when your ice cream starts to melt a little bit on the pie, it gets even better.
Oh, yeah.
So we went, naturally, if you blend them up together, that's going to be incredible.
Perfect.
So we have apple pie and banana cream pie, and of course for Thanksgiving we're doing pumpkin pie milkshakes. So any of the sweeter pies blend up really nice. It doesn't work so much with the citrus pies because dairy and citrus can get a bit funny, but these ones are really successful.
Okay, show us how it's done.
So all we need is a little bit of this ice cream. And you know, it's just a really easy thing, like even kids can make this and stuff. A couple of scoops of ice cream depending what size glass you have, how much you like people, if you want to make them a really large one.
Now I'm curious how much pie you put in.
We put in a full piece.
A full piece?
Yes, because it has to have a good flavor of pie. It has to be a signature pie thing. You couldn't call it a pie milkshake and not have enough pie in. So the secret is, half the piece is going to go in now.
Okay. Throw her in there.
And we're going to just top it up with milk, just so that the liquid is proportionate to the other stuff you've put in.
Because it's pretty thick.
Yeah.
Right? So, okay, there
and
we
so
go.
we would blend that up, right?
So we put this under here?
Yeah. And set it on the little ridge there.
Okay.
And occasionally it'll make a mess. Hopefully it won't explode on us today.
Let's stand back.
So you start slow, and then once all the stuff has gotten going for a while, right? So we would blend that till it's fully blended and super, super thick.
Okay.
Okay. And then we'll dump it in a glass. And then what you would do with it is then with the other half of your pie, you just want to mush it up into little pieces. So this has, the other half of the pie has flavored the milkshake. This is going to be real pieces in it.
So adding texture.
Yes. So you're going to eat with a spoon and a straw, and you're going to have little bits of crust that come up. Not just the flavor of it in it, but actual little smooches of it.
So this is the end product right there.
Do a little whipped cream on the end, and then a teeny tiny piece of pie.
This is pretty spectacular, Ted Jill. Straw. If I had a straw long enough to reach back to the studio, I would share these with you.
Yeah. I don't think you would.
Wow, that's good. By the way, is there a certain pie that you might want me to bring back to the studio for you guys? Maybe ponder that over.
Lemon meringue, please.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. Okay, I'll write them all down.